Hello and welcome to the Light Show. In today's episode, me and Zach are making lightsaber hilts out of PVC only. There's a few other things we can use. You can just use a few things for details, but pretty much they're all PVC. They're gonna end up being pretty cool. I mean, Zach's looks awesome. Mine looks way better than his. Let's get this thing started. Okay, so for this project, we are going to be using some PVC, a whole bunch of PVC attachments to try to make the lightsaber look a little bit better, a whole bunch of wires that I got a whole bunch of acrylic paints, just like in the last video, and then I got the magic miracle worker here, the silver Sharpies, a whole bunch of the same stuff from the last video. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. Let's jump right into this project and see what we got going. Alrighty, here are my supplies for the lightsaber hilt build. I have an assortment of tiny little attachments. Don't ask me their names because I do not know any of the sizes of these. I just kind of went to the store and pulled one of these, just walked along and there, on my basket, and I walked out. I paid for them, of course. I paid for them. I also got some small, big, and medium-sized PVC pipe. Now, I think we're going to go into a little bit of design ideas. We'll both kind of piece together what we think is going to be the rough idea of lightsaber, and then we'll go into some more prep. Let's jump right into that. Okay, so this is about what I'm going for right now. This is going to be sort of like a leather, and then I just have the two ends sort of planned out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take these pieces here, and I'm going to pretty much put them in these two sections. I'm not sure exactly where they're going to go, or if I want to leave the handle without these on them. But I'm going to need to make a few little pieces for like the top and the bottom. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to take them and cut off all these threads.
For your information, the average lightsaber handle is 10 to 11 inches long, and this, boom.
I'm already bleeding and I haven't been working on the stinking project for more than 5 minutes. This is how my luck goes. As you can see, this side diameter is bigger than this side, so I have to get a file and get this to where it'll fit on the PVC pipe. Okay, so I just cut down the middle of this piece of PVC, and what we're going to do now is we're going to fold it open so I can make some little pieces to add detail to the lightsaber hilt. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I'm just trying to make a little piece to go over the lightsaber. Try to make it look a little bit better on the end. This is going to slide over the end like this. Alright, so now I'm making some little decorative pieces to go around the edges of the top of this. I made one already, so I spray painted a little design here. We're going to cut it out with the angle grinder and then get it all cleaned up to try to look identical to this one. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys an update right now. What I've really been working on lately is a whole bunch of pieces. These little pieces that I worked on are going to go around the edges of this up at the top. And then these bigger pieces that you just saw me make are going to go around the bottom like this to make this look a little bit better. They're going to go right in line with these lines in the gray pieces.
Now we've got our designs out, time to sand them up so the paint will hold to them. PVC is very slick, so might take a while. Oh, I'm sorry. Alright, right now, I would like to make this big piece a little more detailed, to cut little grooves in it, to make it more of a this kind of thing. I don't know how to say it, but so we're gonna see if we can do that right now.
Where'd my dadgum saw go? You know the feeling you get when you have something and then you lose it? Ah! Done. You would not believe how much sanding and filing I just did. Oh, there it is. Got these cool little things done out. I think I might go ahead and add a few more nicks and kind of ding it up a bit. Maybe add a few more things. We'll see. Let's see what Luca's done with his.
Okay, so I got all the pieces finished up. I got them all sanded. So now what we're gonna do is we gotta figure out what we want to paint, which colors. So I have a matte black and I have some silver paint and then I have some red paint as well. So I think we're gonna be running for like a Sith lightsaber. The main piece here is definitely gonna be painted matte black. I don't know if we're gonna change that at all later or even how much of this is gonna be seen. Now these pieces are gonna go on here. They're gonna go on here like this and then this will go on. So I think I'm gonna paint this silver. These pieces here, I'm not sure what I want to paint those yet. These pieces I want to paint black. Actually, I think I'm going to paint these pieces red and I'm going to paint these pieces black. I'm going to go ahead and paint these black and I can change that later if I want to.
Alright, I think I'm done with just about all the little detail work. I've done sanding, done filing, done drilling. I haven't figured out a little button ignition thing for it. I think I'll do that later. I think I'm gonna now move on to giving it its first coat of gloriousness. Paint. I think I'm gonna go with a base coat of a silver. Unfortunately, this is a flat gray, and I have this metallic stuff like I used last time. And I'm gonna kind of use them together. Get a full first coat of gray, and then we'll move on from there. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about what we're gonna do next. I would like to cover part of it in a little bit of leather. Let's show some light on this leather. Yeah. Woohoo! Gosh, it's bright. I like to put leather on this right here and then cut it to where it can kind of go down these grooves, and then I can use some screws like this in these holes, and I think that would look pretty legit. So I think I want the threads of these to be nice and silvery, and then maybe a few other parts black. I'm not quite sure yet. We will figure that out. But right now, I think I'm going to cut the leather and make that ready.
Well, I thought I had my 128 gigabyte card in the camera, but I had my 32 gigabyte card in the camera. So, I have no footage of putting these little pieces on. That's what I just did. I just hot glued each of these pieces on. Now I know the hot glue looks pretty rough right now, but I'm going to try to clean it up and paint it black so it looks more like a weld instead of hot glue. Alright, so what I've just done is I have taken some black leather and I've wrapped it around the hilt here. For some reason the video camera didn't want to record it. I don't know why it's doing this to me. It is being a devil. And I don't know if I want to put another piece in the middle. I'm going to go grab some brown leather string and we're going to get it put in a few different places to make it look a little bit cleaner.
I wrecked it. I really did wreck it. I measured wrong, whatever. It's a mess. It's a mess. It's just not. Yeah. But I really like the leather idea. I just don't think it's. I think it's gonna be really challenging to be able to get one piece to be able to go into all these grooves, because I'm not very good at doing that kind of thing yet. But I think what I'm gonna do is just let the leather come, but just cut it around right here. And then if I want to, I can individually cut the little pieces to fit in the grooves. We'll do that. All right, time to get risky.
with the contact cement, I gotta put this on the PVC, then I gotta put it on the leather, and then I gotta put them together perfectly the first time, or I'm a ruined man. So I got my apron on.
Let's do it. All right, here we go. Oh, I say it worked.
So, the world's slowest drying spray paint has finally dried, and we have these 4 red pieces here that we are now going to glue to the bottom side of the saber. That looks wicked. Disclaimer, Zach's going down.
Okay, remember the screws I told you about? Let's go put those in right now. So I have not yet put a button on my lightsaber, and I have a button right here. Nice little red one. I think I'm gonna put the button right down here, so I'm gonna have to just drill a hole, which is unheard ofly scary. I mean, I could ruin everything I've worked for.
Okay, so I got a pretty cool idea. I thought that bullet casings might make a pretty cool looking button. And since we have more guns than the US military, it wasn't hard to find casings. So I went and grabbed a few, and we're gonna try to get these cut off and see if we can make this look like a pretty cool button. If not, I have one other idea. Okay, we now have 2 buttons. We gotta glue on these buttons. Now we have a button on the lightsaber. Now let's put on button number 2.
Okay, so quick message from the future. My lightsaber has been taking quite the journey. I didn't quite like it. On the last clip, it was a lot of black and brown. And after I finished that part of the saber, like it was done, I redid it. I know, I went back, did more silver on it, and then after that I added even more silver till we get to this. So it has not been weathered yet. I still have to add some rust and some dirt, but that is where it is now. It's taken a complete transformation. We're gonna go on to the weathering after this.
The last step for me besides weathering is going to be putting a piece right here, and then a piece right here, and then putting a wire in between it. It's weathering time. I've also decided to remove the wire. Zach wouldn't tell me if it looked good or not, because he said he wouldn't help the enemy. Well, Zach, I knew a scoundrel like you wouldn't help the enemy. And who's to say we're enemies, Zach? Just 2 friends trying to make a prop, and he won't even give me his advice. Anyway, let's continue with the weather. Yeah, I'm back here on a focus. That's because the thing in focus is amazing. I got it finished up, guys, and it is looking finer than frog hair split 4 ways. Let's go to the outro. Wait, Zach. Can we roll some spicy B-roll of this thing? Thanks.
Yeah, so Jake's been working on this dummy for his armor, and I walk in this morning and absolutely flip out because there's just a guy standing right there in the corner looking at me. He's got a gas mask and claws and helmet and freaked me out. Well, we just finished up all the weathering and we are done. Each of us are done with our sabers. The video will end shortly after this. You're almost there. Why not just stay a little longer? Come on. Stay a little longer. Let's take a look. So off camera, I did a little more weathering. I got a lot of orange and a little bit of gray. Put it in there. Made some nice rust. I think it looks pretty cool. It was a lot of fun for us to do this. Luke took a totally different approach to his. He went and bought only a few pieces and made all his stuff, which was really, I mean, if you want to work your butt off, you can do that. Or you can just go and buy 4 attachments and make something look way better. No, I think they look really cool. I kind of like Luke's style a little better than mine, but I like my lightsaber better than Luke's. Please, please, please subscribe to the channel, because that would be lovely. Give it a like. Please comment down below which lightsaber you like the best. Or if you don't like voting, just give a comment, because we like those. As always, I'm Zach.
And I'm Luke.
And together we like
nothing.
See you guys in the next episode.